Hello friends, myself Envy Lahamge, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, MVP Samaj, Nasik. This video, we will see the different terms of Java programming languages. First of all, we will take a short review of the previous languages we had studied before this Java language, that are C language, data structure terms, and C++. But among these, C and data structures are the simple languages, means they does not supports the object oriented mechanism, means they are not relating itself with the real world. So for further dynamic mechanisms, we are shifting to the language like a C++. It is nothing but the object oriented programming language. It is the base for the further languages, means it gives us the idea of the object oriented mechanisms. Next, we had to shift to the next programming language, that is the Java, which is the advanced version of a C++, and it is basically a object oriented programming language. But some of the inheritance types are not supported in a Java programming language. Now we will see in detail which are the different features, basic mechanisms, and why we are trying to acquire the knowledge of a Java. So first of all, Java provides the various functionalities to us, that are, first is the, it provides us a huge library of the different data elements, means it gives us the different import statements supported, different variables or different mechanisms stored in that libraries. Then it contains a lots of reusable codes, means by using which we can save our time and also the programming code by only reusing it or copy paste it. Next facility is, or next functionality, that is an execution environment. They provides the services such as the security, means it provides us such an environment that automatically provides us the security. As we all knows that security is nothing but the error handling or providing or preventing our system from major minor errors by the viruses. Next is the, and the main facility of the Java is nothing but the automatic garbage collection. What is the automatic garbage collection? Suppose we are using the variable like integer a, but we had stopped the usage of this variable, means the variable acquiring the memory is not any in use for us. In such cases, we have to free that memory for another users, but in the Java, this work is done automatically by the system or the compiler or the setup of the Java itself. So it is the main advantageous features of the Java programming language. So we will try to see different mechanisms or different platforms of the Javas. So Java is basically a general purpose and pure object oriented programming language, means it will gives us the facilities like object oriented programming is nothing but the features like class, object, inheritance, encapsulation, polymorphism, and lots of features are supported in pure object oriented programming features, and these are given by Java programming to all the users. Java is nothing but one of the programming language which only gives us the facility of multi-threading. Now we will understand this term, that is multi-threading is nothing but means, remember in mind that multi-threading is the only one feature supported by the Java programming language, means no any language supports us this feature. Multi-threading is nothing but, suppose in background you are playing music, at somewhere you are scanning your drive, then at some place you are copying some data, and at the same time you are writing a program. All such processes are handled by your computer at the same time, means your playing music is also done by the same time, means in clock there is 11 a.m. and you are playing at the sharp time music, then you are scanning the drives, you are copying some data, and at the same time you are writing to some editors the different programs. So this is known as a multi-threading, means at a time you are handling multiple things. So it is the best facility provided by the Java programming language. Now we will see the different features of Java. Features means nothing but such a points which are telling us what is included in that programming language. Now we will take first feature as the Java programming language or the Java programs are simple, small and familiar to users, means there is no any tough code part behind the Java programming languages. Then next feature is ease of development, means we can easily develop the Java programs by simple features. Next advantage is nothing but the portability. Now we will understand it very carefully. What is the portability? Means Java programs are portable. This is nothing but you have to write code at one place and run it to another place. This is known as the portability. For that, we are converting our original Java program to Java bytecode, and this bytecode is taken by any user to another computer and executing these bytecodes, means your Java programs are not sticky to any particular machine. But we can say that the size of the primitive data types is machine dependent, means for example, one barrier for this is that machine dependency is there. For example, you are using the 32-bit system and you are taking this bytecode to the 64-bit system. Now, in such cases, there is a problem of converting the data types. So it is one barrier, but portability feature is supported by the Java programming language. Next feature is nothing but the object oriented mechanisms. As we all knows that its definition contains Java is basically a object oriented programming language, means it supports the features of different object oriented terms. Next, it is compiled and interpreted. Compiled and interpreted is nothing but your source program is copied by compiler and converted into a bytecode, and by the interpreter this bytecode is actually converted into the .exe, means at the compiler stage your .java file is converted into .obj file, and by interpreter mechanism your obj file is converted into a .exe file. Next feature is the distributed system. What is it? It is nothing but a distributed system. What is the distributed mechanism? For applications which are run on the network, Java is designed as a distributed language. Means you can design the applications on one machine and you can port it to the different machines through the internet, means it is distributed. Remote objects which are available on the internet are accessed by Java applications as they can do in a local system. Next feature is the high performance. Java performance is impressive due to the use of a bytecode and multi-threading. Next feature is nothing but the robust. Robust means, as we had seen before some time, that it is having the automatic garbage collection facility and it is the main facility. Next feature comes in it is the exception handling. What is the exception handling? Errors which are occurring at a runtime are known as the exceptions and which are handled by the Java program, so it is a distributed system. Next is the multi-threading and interactive. Multi-threading is nothing but the handling multiple features or multiple things at a same time, and interactive is nothing but it gives us the graphical application development features and which is known as the GUI, that is nothing but the graphical user interface, by using which we can easily interact with the users. Next feature is the security. It is most secure system than the previous ones. Next feature is it is dynamic and extensible in nature. Dynamic means it acquires the data objects at a runtime, and these are the extensible features, means it will gives us the facility to acquire multiple features or multiple data on the same moment. Then next is the platform independent. Platform independent is nothing but create a program at one place and run it to another place, so it is a platform independent. Then there are lots of such small features like scalability and performance, monitoring and manageability, desktop client development, JDBC raw sets, and so on, which gives us the detailed features or knowledge about the Java programming language. So this is all about the Java programming basics.